People have asked the question, are geniuses born or made, since eternity? But one man made it a mission of his whole life to answer this question with proof. Laszlo Polgar decided to perform an experiment to raise a child as a genius and prove to the world that hard work beats talent in the long run. Turn on the subtitles and follow the story of this experiment, because in only 5 minutes it's gonna change your entire perception of geniuses. In his book Atomic Habits, James Clear mentioned the story of the Hungarian man named Laszlo Polgar, who wrote a series of strange letters to a woman named Clara. Laszlo was a believer in hard work. In fact, it was all he believed in. For him, there was no such a thing called innate talent. He believed that with practice and the development of good habits, a child could be a genius in any field. His main slogan was, "A genius is not born, he is educated and trained." Laszlo believed in his idea so strongly that he wanted to test it with his own children. And of course he needed a wife willing to jump on board. So he was writing to Clara, a teacher who also believed that with proper instructions, everybody can improve and advance their skills, but not as much as Laszlo does. So Laszlo chose chess as a suitable field for the experiment, and he laid out a plan to raise his children to become genius in chess. The kids would be homeschooled, the house would be filled with chess books and pictures of famous chess players. The kids would be homeschooled, the house would be filled with chess books and pictures of famous players. The children would play against each other constantly and compete in the best tournament they could ever find. And even if Laszlo was only a hobby player, he read as much as possible on the methods of teaching chess. The family would also keep a meticulous file system of the tournament history of any competitors the children face. Briefly, their life would be dedicated to chess. Laszlo married Clara. Within a few years, they were parents to 3 young girls, Susan, Sophia, and Judith. And believe it or not, Susan, the oldest, began playing chess when she was only 4 years old. Within 6 months, she was defeating adults.
We want to left queen. Queen takes f7. Check.
And for Sophia, the middle, did even better. By 14, she was a world champion, and a few years later, she became a grandmaster. Judith, the youngest and the best of all, by age of 5, she could beat her father. At age of 20, she was the youngest player ever listed among the top 100 chess in the world. At 15 years and 4 months old, she became the youngest grandmaster of all times. And even for 27, she was the #1 ranked female chess player in the world. Is there something better than that? You may think that their life was tough and hard and they were forced to play chess and learn it, but in fact, if you ask them about their childhood and their lifestyle, they would say that it was attractive, even enjoyable. The Polgar sisters grew up in a culture that prioritized chess above all else, praised them for it, rewarded them for it. In their world, an obsession with chess was normal. As we are about to see, whatever habits are normal in your culture are among the most attractive behavior you'll find. If you're used to sleep late, therefore you'll find sleeping late attractive. And there are people who are used to wake up early, and therefore they find waking up early attractive. So it's all depend on the things that are normal for you, the thing that you make normal, the thing that you surround yourself with. And that's what leads us to the last quote that I want you to remember with me. And it says, it's what you consume that fills up your thought. And your thought fill up your mind. And your mind control who you are, right? So if you control what you consume, then you can control how you think and how you act. Think about that. That was Mariam, and keep smiling. Hey, thanks for staying till the end. If you enjoyed the video, liking and sharing will be more than enough to support the channel. Hey, thanks for staying till the end. If you enjoyed the video, liking and sharing will be more than enough to support the channel.